So I've been seeing a lot of comments, you guys asking me to do an update on the micro algo MLGO stock. So in this video, I'm going to do an update on MLGO Canon stock because I've seen a few comments asking for an update on the Canon stock and DFLI, which has been my personal favorite in the last week. So again, let's note that in this video, the update that I do, it's going to be purely technical analysis. I'm not going behind the scenes and looking at any fundamental information. And before making this video, I quickly glanced at the news articles and I did not see anything substantive in the news section. But if you have any news that I don't cover on this video, then please leave it in the comment and so we can all learn a little bit more. So to start off, if you recall my last update video, not the first time I introduced this stock to you, but the last update video, I said that what we're looking for is the price to stay above 1509. And if it doesn't, then we are in trouble short term. So again, the way we have to do chart analysis is that the easiest way and the most effective, like 90% effective way, is that you have your support and resistance figured out. And then you also use the moving averages as another layer of support and resistance. So you don't know, you can't predict exactly what will happen, but you can with pretty over 90% certainty know that, okay, this is our support. And if it does not hold this support, then we are in trouble for the short term. But I'm going to show you what happened in previous stock splits that might give you some hope. So stay tuned for that. But again, this is for informational and education purpose only. So I'm trying to teach you like how to look at it. So it looked like for a second right here, these couple of days that, okay, maybe it would trade up above the support and then we would be on an amazing rally, but it did not hold the support. And now it just broke right through it. And once it broke right through it, you can see like day after day after day of like trading down. Today is the first day that we don't have a lower low, but the trading day hasn't ended yet, but it doesn't look like we will have a lower low today. But today is the first day in like almost the entire week that we haven't had a lower low. So that's, so that was if you're into micro algo, like I know this is disappointing because this is not what you wanted to see. But again, we can't predict exactly what happens. We just have to go based on the information we have and what to expect based on support and resistance. Now for a little bit of silver lining. So let's take a look at what happened after previous stock splits. So this is the last stock split on December 2nd. And let's see how far the stock traded down before. So let me get rid of these super indicators. How far the stock traded down before it had its 4-day mini squeeze. So let's see that. So from the time of the stock split, the stock traded down 32% before it started to squeeze. And how long did that last? That's about a week and a half of trading. And let's go back one more time. So the stock split before this one was on Friday, March 22nd. And after this stock split, let's see how far it traded down before its rally. 60%. It traded down 60% before its massive 1,000% rally. But keep that in mind, it traded down 60%. So we have a 60% drop from the time of the stock split and a 30% drop from the time of this last stock split. So if we expect something, so let's see like, where we are at right now, and then we can kind of make a prediction. So stock split right here. And so far we have traded down almost 40% from the time of the stock split, which kind of falls in line because we saw once it was 30% and the other time it was 60%. Again, so let's make a measured move and say that it drops 60%, more, $5.82. And the reason this is really difficult, like seeing thing, okay, let's go back here. Let's delete these for, and then let's take a look at the weekly. I'm going to show you something why it's so difficult to gauge. So you see like when this stock split happened, this was already trading at an all-time low. So there was, at this point, there was like no way to determine, okay, what would be the next support or resistance. The market had to figure it out as the price dropped, as the market cap dropped, and maybe we were waiting for some news to come. And then if you take a look at this one, same thing here. Like when this split happened, it was pretty much after that, like once the price started falling, there was like no support, like, you know, it was already at an all-time low. So it was just printing new all-time low. There's like no support, nothing to like hold this, you know, price up. There's no, the price discovery was just on the downside. For example, if the stock split happened like right here, we know, okay, there's a support at this price point, because then it could trade down to this price point before it starts to rally. But the timing of the previous stock split, like there is no, it's like at an all-time low, and there's no support that we can see coming up. And the same exact thing is going on right here. From this point on, it's already trading at an all-time low, and there's like no support. So it just, you know, we don't know to what price point this stock can fall to. Today could be a good sign because it's the first. Let's go back. Let's take a look at the 4-hour chart, because it's the first time that it's not printing a new low on the daily chart, and it's kind of reversing trend. It's like up 7% today, but still, it's not. We still could have, we could still have like a good 30% more from here to like go down and kind of make a measured move like the previous stock splits where it dropped 60%. Yeah, we could see like another 60%, or it could start reversing from here. So how to play it? So I give you all the factual kind of information. Now, how do I play this? So I would wait. I would go all the way down to the 15-minute mark right here, and then I can turn on a super trend because I did see a buy signal, but that's kind of let's not worry about that right now. So on here, what I would want to see, because okay, so let's see, look at what happened from the time of the stock split on the 50-minute chart. The 50-minute chart is going to be less accurate but more sensitive than like the 4-hour or the daily chart. But if you kind of want to time it pretty well, so take a look at the 50-minute chart. You see like the 50-day moving average has been on a downtrend from the time of the stock split. Here it was kind of trading sideways. Maybe it looked like it would have, because this is where we're like kind of like hoping like it would bounce off this like support line and start to rally, but it didn't do that. So at this point, we're like, okay, if you didn't get in, then you wouldn't, you know not to get in. You know still not to get in because it's on a clear downtrend. And maybe if you got in here, you could like exit, or maybe even exit for a small loss. Like if you got in like right here, exit for a small loss, because it was pretty clear like, okay, it's still on a downtrend. Look, it's on a downtrend. Here again, it's kind of like maybe trying to reverse, but we have to wait and see what happens on Monday. If it doesn't trade up significantly above this, then yeah, it's going to stay on a downtrend. Again, we're not Nostradamus. We're not making exact predictions. We're just going it based on the support and resistance in the moving average. We're going on a daily basis. So again, because it looks pretty bad right now. It looks like it's going to continue as downtrend, but we have to wait and see what happens. So again, if you want to play it on the 15-minute chart, if on Monday you see a gap up or a spike and it comes all the way up here, okay, that's a good sign. Then anywhere here, you could take a position and then maybe it will start its rally. But if it doesn't, and if it just hovers around here and then continues to go on a downtrend, yeah, we could see it go all the way down to $5.82. So it's not looking good. And I'm just telling you how to read the charts, how I would read the charts and play it. So that's it for micro algo. Now we're going to go over the Canon stock. I had a few comments, people asking me to look over the Canon stock. If we take a look at the daily chart, we see that it's going to test the multiple bottoms. So there's multiple bottoms right here at about 58 cents. And it's pretty much on its way to test that price point again. Friday or Monday, we'll see what happens. But that to me is a good sign. Canon is a Bitcoin-backed company. And we know the Bitcoin is on an uptrend, it's on a rally. Bitcoin is going to be printing new all-time highs in the coming months, which will help this stock. But if you want to time this is going to be the easiest play. Well, this is how I will play it. I'm going to wait for it to come down to the 58 cents. And then from here, if it just, if it just goes up to like this price point, like $9 or like $1, you're looking at a massive like 60% gain. So that's an easy play. And it's looking like for sure it's going to test this bottom again, and most likely bounce off and then rally back up to the dollar price point. But if it breaks that dollar price point, then we can see a major rally all the way up to $1.74. So if you're able to like time it pretty well from 50 cents to, that's a massive 200% gain. So, we'll see. But from here, it looks pretty like, obvious, like, okay, it's going to test this price point again. And then after it tests it, maybe it'll stay there for like a day or two. It'll start to rally back up. So that's it for the Canon stock. But overall, like big picture, I am still very hopeful of this stock because I showed you in the original video, like it had a high short float and it is a Bitcoin play, and Bitcoin will continue to rally. Now, the last stock we want to take a look at is DFLI. So some news came out about some stock dilution, which is what caused this drop, from here. But overall, this is a stock that I'm still in, and I personally, I'm not telling you what to do. Nothing is financial advice for education purpose only. So what I'm doing is I'm dollar cost averaging into this stock because there's there's a clear trend reversal. Like the trend is like extremely powerful. Like look, it's been on a downtrend, and now it's pretty much trading sideways. So the trend for me, like regardless of there's some news came out that caused the stock price to drop from this price, like almost like 30%. But if we take a look at the trend is still on its way to like reverse. And then if we take a look at the 4-hour chart, same thing on the 4-hour chart. The 4-hour chart, there's a clear reversal on the 50-day moving average, and it looks like it's going to do a golden cross. So for this stock, I don't mind staying in it until like the next earning date, or even like, even longer. Like, so this is a stock that I personally don't mind staying in for like 2 or 3 more weeks, because for me, the chart looks really good, and there's clear trend reversal on the 4-hour chart. It looks like it's on its way to like converge, like the 50-day and the 200-day moving average converge and print a golden cross. And then if you take a look at the 45-minute chart, yeah. So if you take a look at the 45-minute chart, yeah. So this we weren't happy about. Like again, some terrible news came out that made the stock price drop, but it didn't drop significantly. It didn't drop all the way down to like 15 cents where it was trading for, for a whole month. It came back down to test this 200-day moving average on the 45-minute chart. So that to me is also a good sign. So we had some terrible news come out, and it didn't drop like all the way down. It just came down to do a technical test of the 200-day moving average. So to me, that's also a good sign. And so again, this is a stock, again, not Nostradamus. It would have been nice if like from this point, it just started to rally all the way up to 200 moving average. Because what we see often is that once the stock price breaks this 50-day moving average, the next leg up is that it almost always goes up to test this 200-day moving average. As you can see, it doesn't happen right away. Sometimes some news will affect it, and which is what we're seeing here. But overall, in the long term, I do see it start to rally back up to this 200-day moving average. So I have been dollar cost averaging personally into this stock, which is just like me lowering my cost basis, and then we will see. I want to see this rally, but even if it just rallies like say halfway, like comes up to like $1, and the dollar acts as a resistance, I'm still in massive profit because I've been dollar cost averaging. That's how I've been playing it. So that was it for all the chart analysis. If you've stuck on this far, I've made 2 videos. These are like video essay type of videos. I think the information here is really interesting. So if you could do me a favor, check that video out, leave a like, and in the comments, tell me like what you think. I personally enjoy making this type of videos too, but I want your feedback. Like this is just, this is a small channel. So every single person that comments, I read, I will interact with you, and I just need your kind of like feedback. Did you find these 2 videos interesting? What can I do different? Like just give me some like positive feedback, or even positive criticism, like criticism that might help me, because I don't know why the views are so low, because I think these videos are like pretty good, and it took me a while to make it. So can you please check it out and tell me what you think? That would really mean a lot to me. And again, just take less than 2 seconds to put a thumbs up on this video. That also really helps me out a lot. And again, you can see like I am making this update based on the comments that you guys left. Because this channel is so small, please take advantage of that and leave comments, interact with me, talk to me. Don't be shy. Just, you could use it as a chat room. I'll respond to everyone. So I hope you found this information helpful. Please give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notification. I will keep trying to bring you interesting stocks and updates when they matter. So please have your post notification turned on for that. And I will see you on the next video.